I'm gonna go again and say hello everybody. My name's Emily. I am new to podcasting, have no idea how to edit, and I just wanted to throw myself right in the deep end and get going because I knew I could get put off and whatever, so that's it. I'm a bit nervous, so I will probably overcompensate with a lot of awkward laughter and hand movements. You know, what can I say? Um, anyway, like I said, my name's Emily, and you can find me on Ravelry as Emily Joy Rickard and on Instagram as Joy's Rainbow Yarns. I also have an Etsy shop, which is Joy's Rainbow. Really, I should write it all down so I know exactly what I'm saying. But Joy's Rainbow is very new to me. The shop only opened, I think, like 2 weeks ago. I've been dyeing yarn since uni, on and off, and not sort of only for bits for me. It's only sort of this year that I was like, right, let's get going. I think I'm a bit worried about obviously what people think. So yeah, Joy's Rainbow, I kind of called it, my middle name is Joy after my nan, and it's that nan who taught me to knit, so I thought a little homage to her would be using her name in the title. So, and obviously a rainbow, because what, you know, who doesn't love a rainbow? And rainbows, you know, are quite joyful. Anyway, you can find, I don't know if I've done this yet, I have, but you can find me on Ravelry. Anyway, I've kind of knitted for as long as I can remember, or knit for as long as I can remember, but it's only kind of recently that I've really got into hand knitting, because when I was at uni I specialised in machine knitting and knitwear, so although that's not very sociable, I did learn that, and it's very, very noisy, so I just love going to my local knitting group and spending time with my knitting friends who don't look at you funny because all you want to do is knit. But yeah, and to go, I thought, seeing as I set up sort of Joy's Rainbow, I should do a podcast as well, especially because I'm moving in September and I want to keep in contact with all my lovely friends. Yay! So shall I get into some knitting goodness? That's probably a good idea. As you can see, I'm going to do shawls this week because I've got so many shawl whips, it's unreal. I've also got a lot of sock whips, so I thought I could save that for another day. Anyway, so this one I'm wearing and I really want to take off, so I'm going to talk about it first, is my Glasto shawl, and I knitted it for Glastonbury this year. I went with a friend and we were working in Shangri-La, and I wanted to knit myself something. Well, really I wanted to knit two, one each, but sadly ran out of time, so I only knit one. But it's using, I'm gonna just lift it up because how cool and bright is that? If I go along, it's all sort of really bright neon colours with a teal in between. So the teal is a hedgehog fibre singles yarn. I will find the colour out because I can't remember off the top of my head, but all those amazing neons are hand dyed by Kate, and I think it was like sunglasses not included or something like that, and they're UV light reactive, which I think is awesome, and that was the whole point of knitting it, because I was like, oh, you know, there'll be so much like UV light will kind of raise it up and it will be cold at night, so need something to totally throw on that would be good. Unfortunately, no UV lights that I could find on shift or not on shift, so I was pretty gutted, but I mean it looks amazing anyway, and I love bright colours, and I have actually worn it a lot even in the heat. But yeah, I'm very pleased with it. It's the sunrise pattern, it's on Ravelry, and I will put a link to it below because for the life of me I can't remember the designer, but it was really lovely, really easy, just plain garter stitch, and you're only increasing on one edge, So mindless knitting. I didn't follow the pattern exactly because it's a gradient, it's supposed to be a gradient shawl, and I just wanted to keep the stripes equal, with a break of the teal in between. But yes, I love it. Brings me, I just love looking at it. I've got it folded up on my desk, and I'm like, oh, it's a dull day, just look at that and it makes you smile. Anyway, moving on, I have also got the starting point, which was the Mystery Knit Along by Hoki Wakateli. However, and I was up to date, I was completely up to date. I was doing it, you know, finished clue 1, clue 2, that's it. That's all, all I did, and now I'm so behind. I don't actually know when I'm going to start picking it up again, because there's so many things that I've got on the needles at the moment. But this one I absolutely love. I love the colours that I chose. I'm just going to try and organise it out of, it's all a bit tangled in the bag. I should have thought about this before I started filming. Anyway, on 1 I'm now on clue 4, so, and that is it. Ends not sewn in. I think I'm with everyone here. End sewing is the worst thing ever. But, and it's a little bit creased, but that's it. So I've got, yes, where are we? So that's sort of clue 1, clue 2 and clue 3, and I've literally, this orange is the very start of clue 4, and that's only on 1. On the other, I've just finished clue 2. If I can detangle the knitting needles, so that is all clue 2. My colours, I'm showing you that back to front, I think. Yeah, that's the right way around. Not that it really matters, but so I've got the 5 colours in here. If I hold it like this, I can show you. So the very first colour 1 is a hand dyed by Kate. I want to say Hattie, I'm not 100% sure, so again, it will all be in the description box. I have not come prepared for this, but I just thought I've got to get going, got to do it, and I will put all the information after. The second, this like gorgeous green here, is one of my favourite colours, and that's a 5 Moons yarn. And then I've got Nora George here, which was her Great Characters of Literature March colourway, which is Jo March, for March obviously. And then another 5 Moons, and then the orange, that's a 5 Moons as well. But I just love it. I know in the pattern it said to only have 1 speckled colour, which is colour 3, so the Jo March, the Nora George. However, I just thought the Hand Dyed by Kate speckle has got all the colours in it that I'm using, the orange, the green, the sort of really dark purple, and they look pretty good together. I am very pleased with this one. I just can't wait to finish it, and I don't know when that's going to be. You know, soon. It will be finished. Amongst my friends, I'm known as well, I get castanitis. I cast on everything and maybe finish 1, maybe 2. It's really bad. I've got a whole drawer full of whips. Everyone was pretty surprised I actually finished the Glasto shawl because, well, there was a deadline, and it was really fast approaching, and I only started it I think 3 weeks before. I'm not a very fast knitter. I do take my time. I've only just recently stopped knitting like a child because everybody laughed at me. So I've learned a new way of knitting. Anyway, yes, let me just show off this big bit again. Oh, I just love it. I just love it. I'm going to be knitting on that again. I will. But I've kind of, because of obviously starting Joy's Rainbow, I feel I want to knit some samples up just to show what the yarn's like, because it's really hard to tell in a skein from a photograph, like really hard, and so I've started knitting. Well, I've got 2 shawls lined up. I'm just shawl crazy. I can't seem to get. I know that if I started a jumper, I more than likely wouldn't finish it. A mental block. There's so many like knitted jumpers and stuff that I really want to do, but I need to sort of get my head around it first. So I'm crazy. I'm all over shawls, and so I found another. Moving on, another shawl, and this one is out of my Joy's Rainbow yarns, and actually there's only a small amount left now of Tutti Frutti, because at the moment the majority has been in one colour. It's the Klein shawl. You can find it on Ravelry, and it's a simple garter stitch, really easy increase and decrease to give a straight edge, and this is it. Can we? Yeah. And I'm just literally, so that's the very beginning, and then we're moving up and up, and it's got a slash every sort of 8 garter ridges of the tonal bright colour that you use. So I've got a speckle of Tutti Frutti, which is my own colourway, and then the bright pink is Barbie not included, and it is a very tonal pink. It goes from very bright to actually quite sort of baby pink. It's quite pretty really, and it goes really well with this yarn. So you get 12 slashes of garter, which I'm literally on my 12th, and then there's 4 big bits of stocking stitch in the bright pink, and this is the bright pink here. Like, honestly, are we focusing? It's blowing out a little bit, but that is just amazing. Lovely pink. I love it. And I'm not really a pink person. I'm not really pink at all, to be honest. And then this is what's left. This tiny little bit is what's left of my Tutti Frutti. And it is really speckly. I actually hand wound these balls because I normally borrow my friend's Swift, and they've both been on holiday, so I couldn't wait. I was desperate to cast it on, so I literally just sat with it round my knees and wound it off. And I started this, I think, a week ago actually. Yeah, like a week ago. So I'm pretty pleased with that progress. Saying I'm a slow knitter, I think that's, you know, a fair amount. And I'm on over 200 stitches now. Yeah, so pretty pleased with that, and hopefully it'll be finished soon, and I will be able to show it off on here and show you guys. I've got my gorgeous. I'm just gonna really. Can you see the little sheepy progress keeper? That's by Golding's Yarns on. She's on Instagram, and I got it off Etsy, and I bought 2 actually because I knew that I'd want it on more than one project. And I just look at it, I love sheep. And sort of all my friends always get me like sheepy related things and birthday cards, and I saw that and I was like, oh, I've got to get it. So I'm dead chuffed with that. And I am kind of pleased how this one is. Tutti Frutti is knitting up. So yes, that will be finished very shortly, and I will be showing you all. Yes. Little mind blank then of what I'm doing and what I'm saying. I have cast on a Find Your Fade shawl. I cast it on as soon as I got back from Wonderwool, which was way back in April. I went to Wonderwool with the intention of buying 2 shawls. One was my starting point, and the other was a Find Your Fade. And the Find Your Fade was supposed to go around, oh, let me see, let me get them out actually. So the Find Your Fade was supposed to go and be based on this, very uneven cake, of Nora George. Can we see? Look at those colours. I mean, this is gorgeous. This is the Jo March colourway, which I wanted to find my fade around. However, I didn't. I ended up using this specifically, well, I used it for my starting point. Kind of, my fade took a completely different turn, and I, although started it in April, you'll see what I mean now when I say I cast on so many things, actually work on not very many, and hardly ever finish stuff. This is going to change. Like, this is the whole point as well of doing this podcast, because I'm like, you guys, like, well, hopefully whoever is watching will want to know what see finished products. So I'm going to finish things specifically, but this is my final fade. And I started it in April, and that is as far as I've got. It's pretty bad. I can't believe it. I can't believe this is all I've done. But I love the pattern. I love the finished, like, I love the finished outcome. I really, really will. I am going to do it. I am going to do it. So I've cast on, this is Easy Knitter, and it's the Amethyst colourway on their Deeply Wicked base. And I am going to carry on. I love how this sort of looks like a womb. Oh dear. Anyway, I will carry on with it. I feel like I might have to start again, just because I don't think I wrote down where I am. I mean, I can, to be honest, I can probably work it out, but it's pretty dire that that's all I've done. Like, oh gosh, you just got a big thing on my head then. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about was crochet, and as you can see behind me, I've got a lovely little wall of crochet. Just because I absolutely love colour. Like, I love colour, and I've always thought that, well, I'm yet to try colour work in knitting. I haven't done Fair Isle. It is something I want to do, but I just haven't got around to it at the moment. I will do it, but I've just found that crochet is an amazing way of getting colour into things, playing with colour, using sort of 12, 13 different colours in one project. I just love it. I love it. And this big square here was my first attempt at Sophie's Garden, and I did that before Sophie's Universe came out, so it's a good few years old now. And I went through a stage of actually having my one wall in my bedroom covered in bright coloured mandalas, all out of, I used, I think it was Rico Creative Cotton or something like that, which is like an Aran based cotton, dishcloth cotton essentially, but it comes in, I think, sort of well over 50-60 colours, so you've got masses and masses of choice, and it crochets up really well. And I do have an unfinished, this is years in the making, honestly. I did the first lot in a few months, and I put it down, and I haven't touched it probably for about 18 months, and I've not got long to go until it's finished. But this is my Sophie's Universe. The pattern's on, it's by Dedri Ruiz. I'll put a link in the description box. It's all over Ravelry, so many people have done it, and I just love how she has photo tutorials for everything, and somebody now has done, oh, I've knotted it, never mind. Yeah, there's video tutorials on YouTube now if you're not sure on what stitches are and things, but there are actual photos as well that go along with the instructions. I mean, it's just so easy to follow. It's really enjoyable because it's not boring. Every single round is different, using different colour. Well, she has got it actually where you can just use like one colour. I've seen a beautiful one that's just in ivory and cream, and I've got a friend who did it all in purple. So you know, it's there are options, and she gives directions for that. But this, I'm not even going to attempt to get it. It's not even going to go all in one shot. But this is my Sophie's Universe. I might stand up actually and move back and see if you can get more. So that's the original square, which is was called Sophie's Garden. So you can still do that without making it bigger. It's 24-inch square, and then coming out, you kind of go into big petals that go off. So that square doesn't sit centre anymore, and then you come down, and I'm just getting in to another bit. But yeah, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. And again, this is all Creative Cotton, which is by Rico. They're a German brand. But yeah, I love it. This one, I don't know whether it's because of the orange and the pink, but I think it's quite Mexican-y. Yeah, I love it. I love it. And I got it out again about 3 months ago, and I keep looking at it, and I really want to finish it because it just would be the best bedspread. And I really want to sort of quilt it on the back, so it'll have fabric on the back, and it'll be like a really lovely bedspread. Bed quilt spread something. Anyway, yes, and this is, yeah, one of my favourite things I've ever done, and I really must finish it. And it's so heavy. Like, I'm gonna weigh it. I'm gonna weigh it and then tell you next week how much it weighs, because it is not light. It is very, very heavy. It would be so warm to kind of cozy up under in the winter, especially when you're trying not to, well, with an open fire on the sofa. Oh my god, that would be lush. Yeah, that would be really nice. So I thought for now I might just move on and show you. I've only got one sash enhancement, one little skein of wool this week. Actually, it's beautiful. I'm kind of obsessed with Nora George yarns, Nora George yarns, and I just think everything she does is really beautiful. And last week, well, beginning of this week, my July Great Characters of Literature came, and it's Titania from Midsummer Night's Dream, a Shakespeare play, and it's that's one of my favourite plays. I remember playing, I can't remember who I played, but in a school play when I was 15. So I was like, I must get this one, and I always worry that because she sells out so quickly, I want to be like on the button at the time it comes, like, I need that, I'm gonna get that. I kind of did that last night for August. It shall be Mr. Knightley from Emma. Yes, so that'll be winging its way next month. But this is my Titania. Look at the colours. I mean, isn't it stunning? Try and cover my face. Just look at that. Really beautiful. And the speckles. There's like gold and blue and just really, really lovely. Really lovely. And there's the mini is like a beautiful green, soft green. It doesn't really come up very well actually on that camera. If I do that. I mean, look, on this back side you've got like teal and oh, it's just stunning. Let me see if I can pull it out a bit more, because look here, you've got, I love it. So I caught on late to the Great Characters of Literature, and my first month, it's out on the map, my first month for this, that's Nora George, that's her label. I'm going to just keep it up like that while I'm talking. And I keep not looking at the camera, sorry, I will learn. But this was, yeah, July, but I caught on late and I only started in March, so I missed Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth Bennet, which was January and February. Might be the other way around, but I have, however, got, and I will show you, this is the only one I've bought up this week, but I will show you more. I got Jo March, which was March, and then there was Frodo Baggins in April, Heathcliff in May. Oh my god, I can't remember for the life of me what June was. I can't remember. I will go and dig it out. But then recently on updates, Nora George has also done, Tracy, I should say, Tracy from Nora George has done Elizabeth Bennet. So I managed to get that, and then last night she did Mr. Darcy in her update, and I got that too. So I'm completely up to date with my great character literature. I'm so pleased. I'm absolutely thrilled actually, because I bought sock sets for all of them, initially intending to do obviously a pair of socks with each great character. However, I've now subsequently used Jo March in my starting point shawl, and Heathcliff is going to be in, I've already bought a tonal yarn to use him for a shawl as well, because oh my gosh, he's beautiful. He's beautiful. I will bring him up next week to show you all. I definitely think actually that he's one of my favourite colourways that's come out so far. So I'm actually going to do a shawl for each great character, with I'll get a contrasting another skein to go. And what I was kind of hoping to do, like this one will just be stunning, but is like do a little cast, like the cast off in the contrasting mini that comes with the set, and then another yarn. So for this one I actually think I might go like the deep purple or the blue that's in there. Who knows? I'm not even going to think about it yet. I have got way too much on the needles, and I've got another project just waiting. But I had to go out and buy more needles because I've got well, the starting point, that's on two sets of 4mm circular, and I'm using Addy needles for that. And then my Feeling Fruity, this lovely Tutti Frutti one, that's on a 4mm, so I had to go out and get another pair. And then I'm also casting on another shawl which uses 4mm needles, so either I need to really knit fast and cast off, obviously, and then use that, or go and buy another pair of 4mm needles. But I love it because it means I can go to my local yarn shop to buy more, like, you know, just to go. It's an excuse to just go, to look. And well, I'm quite lucky that there's 5 yarn shops actually that are within an hour away. I've got the Alternate Universe, which is in Cleve, which is literally sort of 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away, and then in Clevedon there's a Spinning Wheel, and Bristol there's Get Knitted, and then in Bath my favourite is the Yarn Story, and then Wool as well. So lots of choice. And I've got my friends and I often go to Bath of the Day and have lunch and do one yarn shop, and then go to Country Threads as well, which is a patchwork store, and get inspired. And we always say we should make our own project bags, but we don't. We'd rather be knitting. So actually I've made a couple of project bags, but not really good enough to show off. But the last time I went to get knitted for needles, I actually bought some little cards as well. And how gorgeous is this? Oh, I don't know if the wording will come up the right way around, but it says, "Be a unicorn in a field of horses." I just love it. I bought 2. Just little cards to give to people, and I just think they're really pretty. Anyway, I think I've literally covered everything. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for, yeah, being nice. I don't know, like, it's nerve-wracking sitting behind a screen. But yeah, I did want to just show you all actually some of my Joy's Rainbow yarns that are in the Etsy shop at the moment, because maybe they'll come up better on this screen that's sort of animated than it would just from a photograph. Yeah, so these are all new ones. Well, everything's new really, but I have got here, sorry, I put them on a chair that was further away than I thought it was. I've if I start with tonal ones, this is, and I watched The Little Mermaid recently, and I mean, you're never too old for Disney, and it's my favourite. That and The Beauty and the Beast, obviously The Lion King. Okay, I'm not going to go on, but yeah. So this one is my Ursula. I wonder if, can we see? There we are. Ursula colourway. And it's all like deep purples. It does go sort of, it is the tonal one, so it's, you've got like a lighter bit here, and in some places you've got like a hot pink in speckles, and there's really dark burgundy. Can you see? Really dark burgundy speckles as well. And that's on a 75-25 base, which has not been named. I will name my bases, but at the moment it's just 75-25. 75% merino, 25% nylon, so it's perfect for socks. But actually it's coming up really lovely in for this shawl as well, so it's good for anything. This one is a speckle, quite heavily speckled, and that is my hidden treasure. And that's why, so it's got lots of like gold speckles in. And then you've got sort of teal and things for the ocean, and oh, it's just really quite pretty. And then we have, I will get used to filming, thank you for bearing with me, and sorry for mumbling and moving around a lot really. This one is Golden Locks. I know Ariel is a redhead, however, this colour is just beautiful. It's like an Aztec-y gold, and it's got like darker orangey gold speckles. You can see there. Yeah, and that will look amazing because like you've got this here that's got the gold in it. I know it doesn't go with all of it, but the gold, those two together, really cool, really nice. Actually, I've done all 5 of these Little Mermaid colourways so that you can actually use all 5 of them together. Yes, so the next one, this is my favourite. This is Shipwrecked. So it's got the gold in and the teal, but it's also got a lot of black speckles. So and then Triton's Tail. I'm a big teal person. It's not coming up. It's coming up more blue on the screen. I'm frowning. It's coming up more blue on the screen. But this is like a teal, and it's tonal, so it's got dark teal speckles. Really lovely. And again, perfect with both of the variegated speckled yarns. Goes really well with those, and then you throw in your Golden Locks. Oh, I'm just gonna, yeah, your Golden Locks and your Ursula, and you have got a really good fade, or any project really that you'd want to use. So that, but yeah, so there are all the yarns I wanted to show you. Thank you so much for watching. I will be more calm next episode, maybe. We'll see. And I will I'm going to show you some socks and hopefully a close to being finished Klein shawl, feeling fruity. But yes, thank you so much for watching, and I'll hopefully catch you again soon. Bye!